What's up, everybody? It's Heat over, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you this weekend, Dr. Roto. Ooh, yeah. Woo! Man, what a crazy week of NFL draft going on. I mean, that was insane baseball. I mean, we had my Lakers get bounced. I mean, I ain't worried about that now, right? The Kings, oh boy, the Kings look, they're doing their best, right? Let's go, Kings. Go, Kings, go. Oh, yeah. Let's get ready to bring the pain. This is the Heat-tastic review for week 5. Woo! All right, so we're going to start it off with a review of my betting article last week. Junk. I mean, Gunnar Henderson sat there and went practically all game popping out, lining out, but the rest of the team was getting it done. And it's just like sometimes baseball happens. Doc just asked Lou last week, like on their show, he goes, "Why does this happen? My team looks great." And all Lou said, baseball. Sometimes baseball happens. Same with Luis Arias. Like, he should have been able to tear dude up. Did not. Couldn't even get a hit. Just sat there. And the rest of the team, again, same thing. Home runs. And he just wasn't getting it done. Juicy spots. And they weren't bad plays, but they didn't come out. Cutter Crawford, that was kind of a mixed one. I kind of went high on that. I would have been around 5 or 6 because the payout for 6 was a negative 115. 5 was definitely safe. He got up there, but he didn't get the 7 that we wanted. So I'm going to take those 3 losses, throw it on my 11 and 8. It just happens. I'm not happy about it. So definitely this week, I'll go a lot harder for y'all. Make sure we get that, and maybe we can pop a parlay too. Ooh, yeah. Now let's get to it. Let's review the Rams NFL draft this year, 2024. Oh, yeah. You didn't think I was just going to just sit there and not talk about the Rams, right? Because I am. I'm going to talk about the Rams. And I'm going to talk about the things that they did. Sometimes when you see all those phone calls before the draft, after the draft, of course, and you get to see everybody's first phone call talking to Sean McVay and Les Snead. It's just so awesome. It's so great. It's good to see that, the family getting excited. Those are for the people that couldn't make it, right? So let's talk about it. Round 1, Jared Verse. What a great pickup. I did not think that Jared Verse would fall to us. And in my Dynasty, or when I did that show with Jeremy, we talked and he didn't even see him really getting that far too. Now, again, I'll reiterate that Chop Robinson looked like that was going to be the guy around there. Murphy looks like we were going to get him there too. It did not play out that way. We got Jared Verse. And then that sparked something that the Rams wanted to do. And they went right for Braden Fisk, his teammate, defensive tackle, Florida State. Both Florida State guys, 6'4", 292. When I seen that call happen and Braden was excited, and then he called Jared and he started crying. That is the emotion I want to see as a Rams fan going into this season for 2 guys that are helping the Rams not forget about Aaron Donald, but choosing. Because you got to remember, the last couple of years, Aaron Donald has been double teamed and triple teamed so much, and there has been no help in LA. So therefore, it's just been AD not being able to get it done like he used to because there was no team support. Now you have not only team support, but you also have 2 players that have played with each other and are so excited. Like when it was Braden, he was like, "I can't wait to get back and play some football with you." These dudes really, really, really want to play football together. And I can't think of a better reason to not draft them and get ready for the Rams' next dynasty. If you're going to do a dynasty draft and you're about to do that, you should seriously consider putting both of these guys on your roster. Oh, yeah. Woo! Move along. I did not expect the Rams to get Blake Corum, running back out of Michigan. Dude is a grinder. So that automatically fits the Rams run style and what McVay wants to do. And we all seen what Kyron Williams could do finally. And man, Kyron was just awesome. And the way he finished that season last year, that was it. That was the way that you needed somebody in that position to do it. And man, and to see it come in and unfold in front of me, just great stuff. And the emergence, of course, of Puka Nacua helped that, along with, of course, Cooper Kupp, and just having a healthy Matt Stafford. The Rams could have did it a little more damage in the playoffs, I think, but they didn't because that defense really wasn't that good. We addressed it. We got some players. We're definitely in it, right? And round three, Cameron Kitchen, safety, Miami. I mean, this dude right here, 11 interceptions and 2 pick sixes in the past 2 years. That's what the Rams need. The Rams need somebody that's going to play corner, be aggressive, and be able that once he gets that ball, look for the end zone or just get it down so that he doesn't fumble or do bad things so that our offense can finish the play. That's what good football, team football is all about. And this is going to be this right here is great addition for the Rams. Again, you're bringing in all these players as rookies. We're talking Verse, Fisk, and now we got Kitchens. So these guys are going to grow together. I mean, not everybody's going to become a superstar, but they don't have to be. They just have to be there to do good. And that's and to make sure that the Rams aren't getting destroyed like they were last year. It's time. It's a new direction. It's a new season. It's a new team, and we have youth on that defense. I mean, Ernest Jones right now is topping out as one of the best linebackers last year and coming into this year. He has definitely stepped it up, man. And I'm not saying he's going to be the best, but I'm saying that's help that he's going to have this year. And Aaron Donald didn't have last year, that they were just left on islands alone because of which everybody else just not being able to work out. But that led to Brennan Jackson, defensive end, Washington State. Great relief. He does get hit backwards a lot. So, sometimes if he gets a rush or if it's a bull run or something like that, you could see him going backwards, maybe not being in the best position. But if we bring him in pass rush situations, I think it'll work out. Plus, he's going to be a great fill-in for Fisk. He can come back in and out. That just gives the Rams defense. And again, not everybody may make the team, but this again goes back to it. Next pick, Tyler Davis, defensive tackle, Clemson. All right, man. This dude has a high motor. Now, I know that there's a knock on him. He really struggles with interior linemen like guards. So if the team has really good guards, you're probably not going to see this dude doing too much. Again, I'm looking at him as a backup. Look, we did a DE and a defensive tackle that played together. Now we do a DE and a defensive tackle that can back them up and all grow and learn together. Heck, that might be the starting four. You never know. These guys can all ball out and they could eventually take that over. And that's where, having that experience, especially on offense. Offense is just great on experience right there, right now with Stafford and everybody in their Cooper Cup. So they're going to be able to see those teams playing at that high speed. And then, in practice, when they get those runs going up the middle, that's where you get stronger at. Let's move along to our kicker, man. Another phone call that was just really awesome to Joshua Carty, kicker, Stanford, right? So he did have some struggles early in his college career. He finished his last 2 seasons going 41 out of 45 attempts. That's not bad. The Rams drafting a kicker shows that they saw something in him. And Snead is good at this stuff that they wanted to bring in and let this team grow. It's time to let this team grow. And what I loved about this draft is how deep they went on defense, just saying, hey, if we just bring in, a whole bunch of defensive players, that they're going to make waves next year. And that, for me, as a Rams fan, is exactly what I want to hear. But as a fantasy fan, it's also something you want to hear in your IDP leagues too. Because when it gets to the later leagues or rounds, or you need backups, this would be the team that you can go as a backup. Maybe you get Jared Verse late to follow up your TJ Watt. You don't know, but if that falls into your hands, then that's just bread and butter. Because eventually you're going to have a superstar on your hands with Verse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you will know what I'm saying. That line is going to be feared. Watch it. Oh, yeah. Woo. Yeah. Move along. Jordan Whittington, wide receiver, Texas. Now, his skill set isn't really the best. He's not really much to talk about, but he is a rookie. He is another body back there because the Rams are deep at receiver. However, what I like about this is he's a good special teams player, and that's what we can use too. We can definitely use some special teams. Let's get it all. We got Bo Limmer, center, Arkansas. Now, this dude's IQ is great. So he's going to make an amazing center. But right now, the Rams are talking about moving Steve Avila to center, and that would put Limmer more in a backup role. So with that being said, that's a great backup. And maybe one day he can overtake that spot. Or maybe we can move, Avila back and then Limmer just takes that off. But he just needs to learn the offense, the count, and things like that. Let him get some, get some plays in the NFL. Let him see a defensive rush. Like, I'm not saying they're going to play TJ Watt this year, but somebody of that caliber, like Nick Bosa. That right there alone is gonna, show the stands up, because they might not get much play in this season if our line is not injured a lot. But if they do, and we do have woes on the line, and we do get, banged up some injuries, it feels good that Limmer should be able to step in and fill in that spot good. Let's get to round 7. Another guy on the offensive line, KT Leviston, guard, Kansas State. This dude's run blocking is amazing. Great. Not the best. Great. Right? He has been showing strides at the end of his college career that his pass blocking was a lot better. And that is going to lead to, as he sits in a backup role and sits there and gets to learn from the veterans around him, again, going back to Limmer too, that this could be the future of the line for the Rams. And it gives the Rams a good depth at that position, something we really haven't had. Man, I remember when Adam Timmerman retired, it was bad. I remember Jackie Slater retired. It was bad. I remember when Orlando Pace retired. It was bad. We need somebody. We need our guys to step up finally and protect that. Man, that is awesome. I wanted to get together with all of y'all, throw out your review since my baseball Heat-tastic bets of the day went, yeah. So we gave you a little bit of Ram talk, a little Ram. I mean, overall, I, as a Ram fan, am definitely biased, but this offense is going to be amazing. Corum coming in as a switch up. Now, mind you, we're still deep at running back, and we just signed Boston Scott like an hour or two ago. So now you got Evans, you got Williams, you got Corum, you got him. The Rams definitely are deep at running back, and that's going to be needed this year. But just the addition of Boston Scott, a third down back, a guy who can block, a guy who can come out the backfield, catch passes, and even run between the trenches, it allows the Rams to use all these running backs for the same purpose, because they're all unique to that style that the Rams play. Gotta love it, man. Woo! And man, the defense, I just cannot wait to see the defense. I've talked them up this whole podcast, talking about how Vert and Fisk are definitely going to be the next duo. This is the Eagles did it last year, right? But it never, because the Eagles were already strong with Reddick and everybody else in the middle. There was no time for these guys to meld. The Rams literally have no choice. They literally got to throw these guys in, man. And that's going to be huge for that defense. So I don't want to get you guys too long. Get to Dr. Roto, read all the articles. We literally have top 5 and top 10s and top 20 rookie reviews going on right now. All articles on drroto.com. I mean, this is when you need to learn all the information. People are already having their dynasty drafts. People have had their dynasty drafts, and they're going to have their dynasty drafts. Again, the IDP product that we have there that I give you at Dr. Roto, it's going to be up real soon. And when you get into your leagues and you get ready for your defensive players, get ready, because you know how I'm the IDP hero. You know I ain't going to let you down. I am coming back even stronger with my heats of the picks of the week. You're going to have my normal Bring the Pain podcast. You're also going to have, I mean, of course, that's DFS. You get my macho pick of the week on that. And then, of course, you flip over to the Ultra Contrarian Show. Oh, yeah, man. And I just like the whole thing that we got going on. And of course, my IDP waiver, man, heats of the week, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. You have no way that you're going to not be out defensively. But offensively, we got Doc. We got everybody. Man, we have so much going on again at Dr. Roto that there's no other option but to be competitive in all of your fantasy leagues. All right, I want to talk about just a few seconds. I want to give a shout out to my dude Dave and Greg. There was a couple contractors came through my building, and we spent the day. We had to go in and do a lot of apartments, and do a lot of tests on him. While we were testing, we talked about football. We talked about concerts, events, history. We learned about the Brig Niagara, things we never knew because we were in the apartment of the guy named Rick that actually was part of the committee for the Brig Niagara here in Erie, PA. You know, don't give up the ship. Oliver Hazard Perry, the biggest battle on the Lake Erie, man. The thing that really turned the tide for America. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's get ready for this football season. Yeah, because I'm going to tell you what, I can't wait to dominate my drafts. And when you get to that subs only Discord, we're going to make sure that you dominate and bring the pain to your drafts as well. Oh, yeah. Have a great day, everybody. And as always, may the bets be with you.